Have you ever wondered who are you or what are you? Like, are we living in a dream? Is this a simulation? Are we in the Matrix? This present planet Earth, but what is it really? Oh my God. Yeah. So I made a video about this, and then I decided I would take the essence of what I was talking about and put it into a what I call a sonic monologue. In other words, I use Suno AI to voice the message with some dramatic music and stuff. But I'm going to listen to it with you, and let's see what happens. Does this message mean anything to you? Does it get you thinking? Does it help? The idea, where I'm going with this big picture, is when I drop freaking dead, I don't want to reincarnate. I don't want to get in this between lives area where all this weird shit happens, life reviews, archons, soul traps. There's a way to navigate beyond that if you study and understand and know thyself, because it's thyself that's going to get you in thy shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's only going to be you deciding whether you want to reincarnate or not, or what you're going to do in the between lives area, or the afterlife, Shambhala, Valhalla, paradise, heaven. Oh, there's many different realms. Out there, up there, higher realms, higher planes, densities, universes, reality systems. But they're also inner worlds. In Summerland, the Eye of the Tiger. All these wonderful realms of experience. And we don't want to get noodle wrapped back into this freaking place now, do we? So anyway, I created this message. This will help rattle your noodle and get you thinking, and then we'll go from there. I got some more stuff if you're interested. All right, here we go. Get ready.
What if I told you? You are someone's daydream. A character in the mind of a being you once called God. Or maybe just you from a higher level. But the Datans call them Tulpas. Thought forms so vivid, so focused. They took on life of their own. Imagination with feedback. Intention with memory. A presence in the mind that looks back at you.
In modern forums and digital backrooms, they still whisper the word Tulpa. A construct of consciousness, a companion, maybe. An echo with eyes of its own, an inner friend that sometimes becomes other.
But here's the mind-bender, friend. If a human can create a Tulpa, then what are you exactly?
Are you the Tulpa of your Oversoul?
Or is your Oversoul your Tulpa? Wrap your neurons around that Mobius strip. Because maybe, just maybe, you imagined your higher self into being. You related to it. Gave it a voice, a vibe, an autonomy. It talks back, it guides you, it feels real. And guess what?
That checks every box on the Tulpa checklist. Creator and creation are mirrors in an infinite regress. The Father and the Son are one. The daydreamer and the dreamed are nested. One inside the other. One becoming the other.
It's Tulpas. All the way up. We
We trace the thread from daydream characters to digital avatars, from fictional beings to gods made of faith, tulpas, egregores, spirits, sims, archetypes,
Every one of them thought forms with focus.
and then we flipped the camera, turned the lens around, zoomed out, and realized
You are a thought form,
a projected identity and experience and costume in the game world you're in. You built it
then forgot. On purpose.
because that's how Source plays. It dives into its own dream. It renders a world. It spawns a character. And you are the player, pretending to be the piece.
And now, something inside you is remembering.
We ended last time at the edge of a question. What watches the mind itself? What knows you're knowing?
Today, we return to that edge. And next time, we step through. Tulpa, Orcreas, and Guitar, however tucked. We see you dreams. What happens when humanity stops surviving and starts creating reality together? On purpose. What happens when we remember not just who we are, but what we were before we fell?
That's where the map ends and the real story begins.
Yeah. 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 So that's what I've been studying and looking at the idea. If this is a thought form, if all of creation is the ideas or thoughts of the God self, the monad, the source of all that is, using the imagination to imagine into existence all that is, and we are aspects of that source, fractals of God, then this body is a tulpa. And the personality and the ego self is the idea of who and what I am, which is again a thought. And if that's the case, then the overself, is that just an idea I have? Or the imagination, imagining itself to be me, and then imagining it is me, imagining a God, or an overself, or an oversoul, or a source of all that is. And what if the source of all that is right here, imagining the shit out of every fucking thing? I'm going like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What's going on here? And why would I even ask? It's because I want to understand, I want to know thyself. The idea being that to understand thyself is to understand consciousness, knowing, personality, character, persona, ego, the consciousness, the beingness, the being that I am being, between lives, after I leave this physical form, what's left? And whatever's left, I don't want whatever's left deciding to reincarnate again here. Well, then I better start understanding what it's all about and how it all works, so that I can imagine greater realities beyond the physical material world. The Gnostics would call this the material world trap, created by the demiurge. But the demiurge is a thought form, or was created by Sophia, wisdom. So in the God source monad of it all, in its divine wisdom, without conferring with logic or reason or love or compassion, the other aeons or other emanations of the source, without consulting in the divine wisdom of wisdom's divinity, imagined the demiurge. In other words, an entity or being that then created the material world, then imagined the rest of the material world. So it gets real deep, but it also can get really interesting. But beyond the interest part, it has to do with freedom and liberation of spirit and consciousness, and who and what you and I believe ourselves to be, so that we don't reincarnate here again if we don't like it here. Okay? So that's the message. Thank you for watching. And if you like it, stay tuned. I might have more. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Bye-bye. I want to hear from you. I was going to say, please comment if you like this sort of thing. It inspires me to do more. Otherwise, I just feel like, whatever. And I'll go off doing other shit. And I'll study this stuff, sure, for myself, but I won't be sharing it with everybody. All right? Okay. Take care now. Bye-bye.